Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhammad Hazib Zaini, nama metrik 265090. I want to present about the final reports submissions with the predictions using linear regressions. Prepare for Dr. Justini binti Muhammad Jamil. So, introduction, background of study. Prediction require accurate data classifications. To predict uncertain thing, we need to analyze the various factors involved, either directly and indirectly. The weather is one of them. Then the most influential environmental constraint is a very space of our life on Earth. So to do the daily work, we are very dependent on the weather, and we to know the weather situation beforehand. This can be achieved by prediction, such as weather conditions such as humidity, rain, temperature, thunder, and so on. It helps us to protect ourselves from the abnormal condition and avoid unnecessary delay. The problem statement is to date there are variety debates that take place around the world, as well as nation, whether scientification or non-scientification. It's a climate change in the coming decade century, and the effect it will have all living beings. Scientific model that predict future climate offer the best plan or aspiration to provide informations that will enable policymaker to make preventive measure and make better decision for the future of the earth and for the future life. This paper explore about the weather forecasting in an effective way. The research questions have two. The first one is what is the appearance form of the weather forecast model by using linear regression effectively. And second one is what is the method to predict monthly rainfall using the linear regression analysis. So second, research objective. Research objective also have a two. The first list is to design an effective weather prediction model by the use of linear regressions, and second is to predict monthly rainfall using linear regression analysis. The significance of the study is to provide solutions to the scientists in the working process of overcoming the limitation of computer model to improvise the accurate rates of predictions through recent technology of adding intelligence of two machines. To add intelligence for the system as human, we have given a study platform called artificial neural network, machine learning rule-based technique where there exists ample impetus to study the weather occurrence and predictions. So, what about the literature review? The first one is when it comes to forecasting meteorological parameter like wind speed and wind direction. Special care must be taken in order to tackle the problem of the local environment and the complexity of these parameters, which can seriously affect the performance of the forecasting method. Hence, is it a common approach to test several machine learning technique to solve the weather forecasting problem by Cavallis 2020. Proposed system consists of the specific way of dealing with meteorological data by applying technical analysis and multi-linear regression to get the numerical value about the rainfall. During the technical analysis phase, the system analyzed to given input date by processing, and then the result are converted into the particle scale by Mesida and Marocco 2018. This process data is the fed as and input to multi-linear regressions and system predict the rainfall rate by considering attribute. The total data set is divided into two categories, namely training data and testing data. Training data is comprises 70% of the total data and is a feed to algorithms to derive relations between independent and dependent variable. Testing data is which comprise of the remaining 30% is applied to algorithms and value of dependent variable is calculate or predict value is then compare with actually a value of rainfall and the error rates is determined by Anusha 2019. So next we go to model development simulation approach. Figure 1 shown despite the flowcharts of the process. The development of a process flowcharts, primarily graphical model is necessary to define the components, descriptive variable and their interaction logic in the system. Regression method technique will be used in the modeling of the weather prediction system to achieve the research objective. Integration was chosen as the regression tool in the study because of the visualization capabilities on the past drive system. The model will be constructed using approach language deeming appropriate for the problem under considerations. Using the model, regression experiment in which a test or the series of tests can then be performed. This involves useful change to input or source variable to observe and identify the cause of change in the performance measures. Relevant change to make the system perform better can then be identified. Data to be collected, potential data for the reaction process will be collected to represent the accelerated forecast system. In addition, the closer the system development using the data is the real world system, the better the results. Example of the potential data is this study we weather type, rainfall type, humidity type, and wind speed. The data was collected and entered into the Excel. The input analyzed tool in linear regression will be used to determine the distributions of the data set for each process. The process model consists of the collected historical weather and data that covers wide range important factors responsible for the climate change include temperature, both maximum and minimum temperatures, humidity, in the atmosphere, rainfall, dew point, and sea level visibility. Data verifications. The validation model is a pace that aims to ensure that the model has been created based on actually event during the observations and that every element in the model is the functioning properly. To confirm the developed integration model has met the actually situation of weather forecast, we have shown the model to the owner of the weather forecast researchers. And we have also conduct regression study in different conditions to know whether the output is logical or not. So the result and discussions. Discussion and statistic means for the weather predictions is 2.5956 and preset type 1.1218. Standard deviation is the for weather 2.130.1 and preset type 0.34305. We can see that all four variables are correlated with the criterion, and all correlations are positive. Since weather and precipitate, we see that the weather predict have the highest mean on the criterions. Correlations. The correlation coefficient of 1 and 0.129 indicate a strong positive correlation between size of weather and precipitate, but in interpreting correlation is the important to remember that correlation is not causations. They may or may not be a causative connection between two correlation variable. Moreover, if there is the connected, it may be indirect. The table of the interest is the model summary table as shown below. By the way, the adjusted as is the intended to control for overestimate of the population R square resulting from small sample height, collinearity, or small subject variable ratio. Its perceived utility varies greatly across research and timing. This table provide the R and R2 value. The R value represent the simple correlations and is 0.129, which indicate the high decrease of correlations. The R2 value indicate how much of the total variation in the independent variable price and can be explained by the independent variable income indicates 0.71% can be explained, which is very small. The next table is the ANOVA table, which report how well the regression equation fits the data and is shown below. The table indicates that the regression model predict the dependent variable significant well. This indicate the statistic significance of the regression model was the run here. P 0.005 with the less than 0.05 indicate that overall the regression model significantly predict the outcome variable. We can see the regression sum of the square 7254, residual 430464, and the total is for 37718. Our main square for the regression is 7254.120, but the residual is for main square is the 4.46. The coefficient table provide us with the necessary information to predict whether as well as determine whether contributes significantly to the model. Furthermore, we can use the value in B column under the understanding coefficients column as shown below. The standing coefficient constant B 1.699 persists is the 0.71799. Standard error is the for constant 0.023 persists 0.020. When the standard coefficients for beta the constants null, when the persist is the 0.129, and so on. To present the regression equation as the weather equal the 1.966 plus 0.799 weather predict. So the conclusion, weather forecast play the important role the all aspect is the better to predict future weather and take if there are steps that need to be taken to minimize and the amount of loss of life. In a purpose work, we have a purpose a model that can predict and forecast that weather in the any particular location where classify a a lot before the weather informations. Welding is the performer using natural network used to linear regressions algorithm. The proposed model has good algorithm. The extract algorithm data several form. The training set can to the predict weather accurately in the advance. Also the parameters such as efficient and computational time because the process is also considered to be variable better than traditional method. Future work is possible including to use of the other deep learning technique as well with working on the model safety concerns. So that's all for the final report for me. Muhammad Aziz Bezadi, number 832 65090. Thank you.